Hello there everyone, welcome back to Corey Loses, where today we are once again continuing our Fall of the Republic 1.3 preview playthrough as the Galactic Republic. In the last few episodes, we've taken some losses, but we are on the way towards victory. I think we're going to move this fleet out from Roche into Centaurus, because we don't need to protect against anything there. That ISD is coming in, so we're going to let that come in first. And, oh, hello. I guess we're going to do this fight instead. But we'll see how that goes. It's a much bigger fleet than I was expecting. I don't know if I should have been expecting that fleet. Did we spy on the planet last week? I don't remember. AEL His is asking, do you guys plan to add content from the new canon for Fall of the Republic, eras and characters? There's not really any new eras to add from new canon. Character-wise, like the most you could say is Bad Batch, which we're also in Season 7, which is like, if we'd made it, we'd be fine with adding it. But that's also a lot of character work, so not exactly something that'd be high priority. Because like most of the canon information on the Clone Wars would come from the Clone Wars cartoon, which is both Legends and canon. There's not really much that gets added that isn't part of Legends. Thank you for subscribing as well. Of course, I don't have a Pathfinder, so... well, are we gonna be able to...
Let's move this bucket.
come through...
Hold up. Move it, driver.
I mean, the ion cannon having more time to fire isn't great, but if we can fight them a bit more slowly here, that's... They've probably got other reinforcements again, though, too.
All lights are green. Ready for command.
All right, let's stop there.
Ready to deliver.
Move you up a little bit more.
Awaiting your orders, sir.
Move you up a little bit more.
Standing by. What's the order?
And we definitely want
Brilliant gunship on station.
some of these smaller ones
Cruiser ready
up
for
front.
combat.
DP-20 standing
Let's
by.
blow something up.
Not like super
Ready
up
for
front, but
attack
up
orders.
slightly
Yes, sir.
further. All right.
This is Beta Squadron. Missile
This is a VSD-1. This is PDF Dread.
Missile destroyer reporting in.
All right, you guys still need to
There's
turn
nothing
around
we
this
can't
way.
handle. What is it, sir? Let's go. Let's go.
They don't actually have that many fighters. They just have a ton of Gozantis. Fighter-wise, they've got the 2 Providences, and they've got 3 of these carriers. But let's see how the jumps go. Whether they pull anything in when they're out of some of these first units. Like, if we can kill a few of these diamonds on their way in, I'd be very happy with that.
You got the captain. Course plotted. This is the captain.
Because they are going to be a bit of a problem.
Missiles locked on.
Alright, let's go for that recusant as well.
Yes, sir.
Then
We should
bombers
clear the area.
in on here.
It should be
See if they can
destroyed
get to
shortly.
the
No, sir.
the Providence.
Yes, General. Bomber right behind you. Locking on target.
One of those should finish off.
Fall
Nice.
back. Targeting computer online. Rockets away. Ready for command.
You're on that.
You on the comm.
You get on this now.
All stations ready.
We got you covered. You got the commander.
And any of you small guys on there.
Aye, sir.
Ready to commence.
With the fleet.
Moving to attack. Yes, General.
Alright. You don't want to go too far out.
Sir, there's still Techno-Union ships in the area. I can't hold it. I'm pulling out. Missile destroyer here. Captain.
Okay, you're not actually going to get hit by anything right now, so you can use power weapons pretty safely.
Yes, General. Targeting computer
And I may as well
destroyer reporting in.
head on now.
We need you to clear the area in order to proceed. Commencing attack
Alright.
on gun towers.
That works. Coming
Awaiting your
through.
orders, sir.
This used to be
We
a
really need to kill the diamonds, because those will mess us up.
Sir.
Given the opportunity.
Reinforcement.
Delta frigate here.
Reading you. Sir, more fighters
Okay, if
are
that's
prepping
pulling
training.
back,
Ready to deliver. Sir, more enemy units.
see if we can get some AoE on any of these.
They won't hold up your orders.
Our acquaintance here.
Training weapon.
Alright, if the Bulwark wants to turn around and kite back, that'll at least take it out of the battle for a minute. Like, with the assault missiles, we'll probably get a bit of AoE damage onto the Gozantes as well. And now they've got some of the slightly weaker ones up front. Alright, bombers. Keep going on that. I think they have enough range to stay back there.
Locked on target. Your orders, General. Their missiles will tear all power diverting to ready for attack orders. My hull is critical. Heading for attack orders.
Alright. That's down. You guys come up here. No, what are you doing? What are you doing? Alright, I guess that's too far up now. I gotta just let it go. Let it get its damage in. We do still have some reinforcements. The ion cannon doesn't look like it's fired again. That, I didn't want it to go that far up, but I didn't stop it. Starting to happen with some of the other stuff though too. Okay, you need to get some fire in there.
Oh god, focus on the turbo lasers.
Alright, they do have some of those. I don't know how much they have in reserve, so I think we gotta just take the losses we've already taken. Hope we get that VSD out. Maybe do some scouting on the way in. We've taken out a few ships. We lost... We lost an ACK. I think just the ACK? Oh, Strider? Lost Cuba Libre and an LAC, but we killed 7 of the Gozanti squads. 4 diamonds, Recusant, Munificent, Hard Cell. So that's progress, technically. I'm in there. And let's try to scout that out. We have... Hypervelocity gun on Ethor? We do. Alright. So that's good. They need to bypass Orinda to get through here, so they're less inclined to do that usually, but I'll still pop that out. In, what's that? 308. That's 3 Lucre Hulks. I could combine these two. That'd be possible. Alright, I'm gonna move these back, and then... Oh, hello. How many of those are there? That's a lot of the carriers and the Providence, which I think we can destroy this with what we got. Thanks, Drago. Appreciate it. Thanks for the 45 bits. Thanks for rekindling my joy for the game. I stopped playing when I was a kid, not realizing there were mods, and you made me want to start playing again. Thank you. Well, thank you.
It's a trap.
Hopefully you enjoy the mods. Hopefully that doesn't miss as well. Okay, no, we're good. That still has engines, which is the scary part, but it lost the hangars.
Standing by.
I don't think we'll be able actually to hold this off. If we had a shipyard, then yeah. We can definitely kill the Providence. And this is definitely taking away some of the strength from Agamar.
Hypervelocity gun available.
Alright, let's see. If they don't have the Providence, it's going to be tougher for them, but they still have like a lot of bombers from this.
Setting intercept course.
even just the Gozantes are a problem.
One ship for us humans, and immediately make
What is it,
another
sir?
version for the clones.
Targeting computers up.
All right, let's get those.
Primary target acquired.
We might be able to kill another of the carriers. Oh, that's going to be a ton of bombs coming in. Like, just the rockets right now.
I copy that.
But yeah, now the bombs are coming in.
This is it.
They're hyenas, so...
Targeting computers up. Right, sir. Beginning attack run. We'll get them. Staying on
Just stay on the bombers. And hopefully...
We're outnumbered.
we can... do this. Like, I have enough money that I can probably... There's... oh crap, that missed.
He's right behind me.
What's the order? Sitting intercept.
Neil's asking, when you design ships that are balanced for the era game they're in, as in a veteran follow the Republic, but when they reappear in more modern eras, you retune them and balance out with more modern ships and make them weaker. I think this is more relevant to smaller ships than bigger ones, as in the Pelt is very strong in FOTR and with kick-ass in TR2 with Conrad. Note there, like, a Venator in TR is the same as a Venator in FOTR, unless they are like a explicitly different variant. Like, there's no reason that a Pelta would be too powerful in Thrawn's Revenge if it weren't tuned down. Like, the stat scaling is the exact same. It's just with smaller average ships in Fall of the Republic, we turn down the pop cap overall. Like, the performance of a ship is tied to its pop cap. The stats it has can be seen through that. Doesn't that break the balance as since newer ships would have better tech than older ones? Not necessarily. Like, tech only advances so much, and, well, like, a Nebula Star Destroyer is the same size as a Venator and is much better. You're only paying as much pop cap and as many credits as the ship is worth. So while a Venator isn't going to stand up to a Nebula, despite being the same size, you're not investing as much in getting the Venator as you are in the Nebula. There's no reason that the Venator would then need to be buffed to be on the same tier as Nebula. Like, the expectation should be that the Nebula is better than the Venator.
Invasion commencing.
There are some ships like the Invincible that, like, are very old, and they're sometimes like to recruit blocks, but they also have a lot of missiles.
Hey, I didn't know Trandoshans could fly.
Choose your reinforcements.
That sounded ominous.
We'll beat these clankers.
Alright, boss, you are going alone down there.
Hold, not quite yet.
When do I get to kill
Okay.
something again?
Let's
Boss,
form up.
get down there.
Move to higher ground.
Get ready to move in. Rule number 1. Kill them before they kill you.
I mean, with some of them, there's also the expectation that over thousands of years they've been
We'll beat these clankers.
tuned up in some way. Like, the Invincible is probably not the exact situation that would have been in before. Like, there's refits
Setting charge.
probably happened. But in those cases, like, the stat lines we have from RPGs and stuff are based on the version that's in use now.
Good. A
So it
sonic
matters
detonator.
less.
Can't wait to use this in the field.
Shield up.
Construction complete.
On it. Fire from the
Alright,
Good to go,
let's see.
sir. Running off again, sir?
Wait here. Watch your backs, Deltas. We've secured a landing zone.
Hey, check your map.
Alright, let's also get those, and we'll get
I wonder what the weather's like.
Ozzel with another lap.
Hug some wall, commandos. Get ready to move in. Turret online. Fire.
Alright, these are mostly anti-vehicle. I don't have to worry too much about them. Fixer, can you... You just walk in and then... Then we'll get her there. That actually did more damage to him than I expected. Okay, cool. Now they are back up. Just some bros asking, will the Empire Reborn and Restored Empire be part of Legitimacy mechanic in 3.3? Empire Reborn depends on, like with both of those really, it depends on the assets. So with how much we have to do for Revan's Revenge on the character art side, I don't know that Desan and stuff would be particularly high priority for character art in this release. Like they'll be added at some point, but there's no like hard due date for their art. If one of us ends up wanting to make them more than some of the other stuff that reasonably should be higher priority, then they get done, but there's just so much other stuff to do. And it's not like Legitimacy is lacking in content, so it's not a thing where I'm going to be like trying to do it myself for sure, and I'm not going to be asking anyone else to do it yet. But like with most things, if someone else on the team who does infantry stuff decides that's what they want to do, like Sky or Bob or something, then they'll be used. Can I hit the other structure there? Alright, come up the hill. Any plans of adding more land units to the Empire of the Hand, only to start playing mod? I don't know if in the more that's well, there are no lore units for the Empire of the Hand other than the Clawcraft. We've had to design all of them. We are going to be redoing their ground roster, because a lot of it is fairly old. So a couple weeks ago I did the planning for what they and the Chiss are going to get, and they're going to get new designs for everything. There are about 12 units that are planned for them and for the Chiss. Lost units while I was trying to read. Okay, we definitely want that spied on. Oh shit, I already sent that. Oh well. I didn't realize I had a second one that was coming in there. Oops. Like, I could probably win with either of these, but I think it's safer to just go in together. I'll move them out of there. Really, I should move this fleet over to Cymirth.
Constructing.
Because the sub-factions are going to be less inclined to attack than the main ones. But let's get Cuba Libre back. And Lycoprodon. Also throw that in there. Do we have a grounded space cannon here? No, we don't. I do want to send a spy up to Kutrick. Victor Initiative Project has proven its combat effectiveness. Unfortunately, serious flaws were discovered, insufficient speed and other vulnerabilities. We decided to improve the existing Victory Star Destroyer Mark I design. We can
Construction complete.
do it again.
Researching.
Get the VSD2. And Humberine, do we have a shipyard on Humberine? Did we actually build it? We did. Alright, I want some carriers. And I want some other carriers. Hello, Toby. That is disgusting. Alright, so that's a Munificent Hero on top of a reasonable amount of everything, really. 206, that is 277. I should probably combine these guys. Then
Excellent.
We're taking out
It
that
seems
fleet.
you have a bit of a following amongst the
shit.
troops.
That's a lot. That turned into even more stuff. I probably should have gone the other direction. Well, I hope you enjoy that. Oh, are you? Come on, auto-resolve. Rip. Thanks, EAW. Some game.
Tactical battle imminent.
That's 17 go or 16 carriers, 17 goes on or 73 goes on these. 7 Providence, the Bulwark. We have a lot of or not a lot of anti-fighter. We have enough anti-fighter to get by. We know of these 2 fleets. I think they must have 1 or 2 other ones.
Choose your reinforcements.
Let's get Hammer Strike. Do they have any? No.
Plot our course.
So Hammer Strike,
Safety check
Rio,
complete.
Ravens
Where we
RV,
Issue a
Public
command.
Warlord Star,
Pelta frigate moving in.
Thingy,
You
Eku.
meant to choose a larger. Understood. We are moving.
And we just
out.
want anti-fighter
Right, sir.
around that.
Woo!
With
Our Quintons
a few of the
responding.
Architects, because we have some support. Mini
Republic
Pizza
light cruiser
Slice,
responding.
Temparis, Amidala's
Understood.
Revenge,
Copy that, sir.
Yarlung. Let's put Hurricane in
We
the
received
back
word
there.
from some reliable sources.
And a
Cruising
Venator with
I copy that.
daylight. Ori's
that, sir.
Lorry.
Yes, sir.
Destroy the bombers. And Indus.
We can do that.
Yes, sir.
Line back there.
Making
Astral
the jump to
Hammer.
light speed.
Alright.
All lights are green. Ready for command. Standing by. Beginning attack run.
Our space stations and ground bases are
Yes,
the
Admiral.
backbone of the galaxy's
Firing.
defenses. You have performed satisfactorily today.
Alright.
Ready to
The ion cannon is
Your actions have been adequately successful.
gonna be a problem still,
Your
but
orders. Moving into attack position.
We have discovered
killed
a
one of the
true
provinces
army.
before
Blasting target. Yes, sir. Sir.
horny
holding
fighters
position.
came out.
We might be small, but we back up French. Engaging.
All lights are green.
Right, that needs to die
Reporting
down.
in.
Lexi's asking, are there plans to rebalance the economy at Snowball's very... I mean, the economy was just redone entirely. There will be other stuff that costs more money in the late game.
Oh, no.
But we're not, like, going back to where there's a hard cap on the money we're making.
Your handling of your funds is admirable.
Yes, sir. Blasters charged.
Okay, we
Sir,
do need to
we
stay
have
on this side with
blow
it.
something up.
Your investigations...
Earth Knight is asking, do you think Legacy Era content will be added to Thrawn's Revenge, or could that be its own separate?
Ready.
If you mean Legacy Era, as in, like, Legacy of the Force, then, like, the Second Galactic Civil War, then that will be in Thrawn's Revenge. If you mean Legacy Era as in, like, Darth Great, we don't have plans to cover that anymore. That would be a whole different mod, and we have enough things to do as it is.
We have a look. Missile destroyer reporting in.
The most I could reasonably see us ever doing with that would be if one of us decided we really liked the site or something and did
Fool.
individual
You have
units
launched
in
your
a
forces into the jaws of a rebel.
All stations ready.
submod.
Targeting enemy. Ready for command.
You've got the captain.
Fail out.
All batteries
So many goes on these. Poor frame rate.
Focus fire on that target.
Ready to deliver. Your orders? Preparing assault salvo. Stand clear.
I want to kill this Providence before money, or before fighters get in.
Taking the offensive. Moving into attack position. Preparing assault salvo. Stand clear. Main cannons charged. Take down that bomber. Air cruisers standing by. I'm transmitting the coordinates to you now. All lights are green.
We have discovered a traitor in our midst.
Yes, General. Missile destroyer here. Taking serious damage. They won't escape. We're losing reinforcements.
Alright, that will make things easier without the
We have a lock. Initiating combat
without the
protocols. Ready for
hangars.
command.
Okay, I really needed to specify that it's the fighter base that I wanted down on this.
Moving into
But
attack position.
I think we need to kill some of
No need to worry.
these.
The planet answers to me.
Sir,
That goes on,
we've
he's
lost
still-
order sensor. Preparing assault salvo. Position until you return.
Hard to kill 73 goes on these. But now they're not going to be healed by the
Sail out.
DH Omni.
Pull out.
We have discovered a traitor in our midst.
The enemy has secondary reinforcements on. Ready for command. Stand clear.
We might be small.
The Gozantis have some pretty decent mixed damage, so we can't, you can't ignore them.
Anyone need a repairs?
What's the order?
But it'll be easier to kill them if you don't have to worry about a Providence killing the rest of our stuff. Luckily, we do have Tarkin. Alright, they're still... like, they're keeping the carriers back, which does protect them, but it also
All
means
lights are green.
the fighter reinforcements aren't going to be
Ready for command.
getting into the battle quite as quickly either.
Targeting and ready to
So
deliver.
You've got the captain. Our Quentin's here.
it can help or hurt, really.
Moving into attack position.
You know what? No, you stay on the Providence.
You expect congratulations.
Well, I'd like some congratulations when I win. Don't be a dick, Tarkin.
Sir, this is
I know,
We're in pretty bad shape out here.
I know it's your whole shtick being a dick, but
Sir, holding position.
all right,
Yes, sir.
that's down. You stay on
You
that.
have performed satisfactorily
All lights
today,
are green.
Commander.
Ooh, actually, you know what?
Preparing assault salvo.
Can
Missile destroyer here.
we get over to
Ready for command.
those?
Plot our course.
We have discovered a traitor in our midst.
I forget how many there were. Was it like 16 of those as well?
For the Republic!
We have
If they do
received
jump
word
in on
from
us,
some reliable sources.
we can kill them on the way.
Give me a target.
I'm actually kind of surprised that Vener is alive still.
We might be small.
But we have a pretty good setup right now.
Does not look good.
You've got the captain.
Sir, your phone is
Republic light
locked.
I think we've made it through most of their... like, most of their reserves are on the map. I don't think there's going to be a ton coming in still.
They won't escape.
We have received
Your orders,
word
General.
from some reliable sources.
All stations ready.
Our Quentin's here.
Part of the thing with the Gozanti is just that they have, like, no other real shipbuilding facilities to do much else. They have a ton of level 1s, a couple level 2s, and one level 3. They don't have a level 4 at all.
You expect congratulations.
Their chance of a Grand Admiral trait for Thrawn's Revenge would fit that people with such prestige would require that fleet little. Well, that's already accounted for in their command tiers being
Yet again,
higher.
you have failed.
So if, like, Grand Admiral was a trait that itself had additional bonuses, then it's kind of double dipping on that element of them.
Ready for command. Missile destroyer reporting in.
The traitor has been found.
That's
And justice
mostly dead.
is
Is this
being
going to be a
administered.
problem? No, I don't think that's actually going to be a problem.
We might be small.
Which
but
one
we
are
pack a
you?
punch.
That's just an Arquitens. I'll fly the
Understood, we're
Arquitens
moving out.
in.
All power to the engine.
Sumbros is asking, in your Empire playthrough of 3.3, I noticed that ISARD is only 5,000 credits. Any reasons why the price has been changed? Well, SSDs are not going to be free heroes anymore.
Ready to deliver.
They are going to be
Actions have been
a
successful.
thing you have to pay for.
Your orders.
So that transition might just still give you ISARD, and then the cost will actually go
All
up.
lights are green.
But it might also be it gives you ISART and then you have to dig Usanki out separately.
Initiating combat protocols. Ready for
No
command.
need to worry. The planet answers
Give me a target.
I think someone made that change before any final decisions were actually made on how ISART in particular would work, so
Got a clear shot. Missile
I
destroyer
wouldn't
reporting in.
pay too much attention to that yet.
Reinforcements have arrived. Ready to deliver. All stations ready. Targeting enemy.
Right, that's pretty much gone. We can start actually killing the Gozantes more now.
Operation has failed.
You found any of the newer expansions of the Old Republic interesting in any way? I haven't played any of the content from any of the expansions. I'm still making my way through the original class stories. So, not a question I am equipped to answer.
Ready for command. Missile destroyer here.
No need to worry. The planet answers to me.
Attacking target. To deliver. Safety check
If
complete.
they're all right here,
Stand clear.
We might be
let's
small, but we
take
pack a
away
punch.
some of our focus on the pre-existing stuff and kill that as they're more vulnerable. We've got a few more of the diamonds coming in. Zinj will not start with Iron Fist, no. Whenever we've said that in the past, the response has been, oh, but he needs it to survive, and that's exactly the problem. Like, all of his power has to be invested in one ship, which means usually he falls apart because he can't have other starting forces, and like the AI is meant to keep him near Dathomir. So when you have so much power given to a faction in a single ship, they are going to struggle more, really. So without that being a free thing they get off the bat, we can invest that power in a wider variety of ships, and it really helps smooth things out. Like the Pentastar alignment
You've got the
used to be, you'd get Cisco and Reaper for free off the start, like the Vengeance and Reaper rather, and that was just so much power in those two things. There was literally nothing else we could give them, because then it's just they'd steamroll everything. And generally their starts have gotten a lot smoother with Reaper being moved to the Pentastar talks later on, and Vengeance being a thing you buy as the game goes on. So it helps a lot more with the actual progression of the campaign.
Main cannons charged. Missile destroyer reporting in.
I think we killed all the
We've done it. We have a lock. Hit down.
dropships that just came in.
Congratulations.
I'm out of control.
You have interfered with the Empire for the last time.
Ready for command.
Let's just stay on these
I don't know how much longer we
until
can
that Providence gets closer.
Ready to deliver. Standing by. Moving into attack position. We have to pull out.
Alright.
Our vehicles have been sabotaged.
There's still two back there. A lot of these are now exploding.
Your orders? All your squad mates have preparing assault salvo.
Propaganda will not work as long as I am here.
I'm out of control. Sensors
You have
And
failed
get
to
down.
heed my
All
warning.
lights are green. Ready for
If we can keep fire concentrated on each diamond, even with the point defense, the missiles should be able to get through. Like, the point defense is already going to be kind of busy with all of our bombers around this area, so I'm not actually going to move them out. But there's nothing else they should really be targeting, and if they're saturating the point defense, then the Invincible can take out the diamonds pretty easily.
all stations ready.
Meanwhile, we've whittled down a lot of the Gozantes here.
All lights are green. They're all around us.
We need to send an emissary to help convince others of their wrongdoing.
Oh shit,
We have discovered a traitor in
that's
our
a
midst.
problem.
Ready for command. Taking the offensive. Moving into attack position.
No need to worry.
Well, if they want to
The
cluster
planet
like that
answers
against
to
3
me.
Invincibles,
Once again, the rebellion shows its laughable grasp of military
Ready to
strategy.
deliver.
exactly, Targan. Laughable.
Standing by.
Not quite the rebellion you're talking about, but they are a rebellion, so I'll let it slide.
Target destroyed. Missile destroyer here. Initiating combat protocols. This is Beta Squadron reporting in.
Okay, get in there, bombers.
might be small, but we pack a punch.
Engines idling on you. I'm not sure how much
Ooh,
longer we can
you didn't get the memo that the plan was changing. I'm so sorry. Get over here.
Your actions have been adequately successful.
Standing by.
Reinforcements are taking casualties.
This has to be the last set of capitals they're gonna have. Like, there's the 3 Lucre Hulks over on Centauri's, I think that was, which are the last remaining like battle cruisers. I think maybe there's a subjugator out there somewhere, but
Ready for command.
can't imagine where it'd be.
Our hull is there. Your orders?
There is a chance they could like integrate one of the Commerce Guild planets, but I think at this point with where we are,
Your handling of your
they are going to be unable to build those up before I get to them, even if they integrate them.
Ready for command. Yes, sir.
You expect congratulations.
You're falling apart.
Your service is noted.
Ready to deliver.
On to the next one.
Your orders?
Get those carriers.
Target locked.
Extonian says, seen you mention a few times that you intend to make generic Jedi better. Any news on how that, on how, or is that something more time? We have some of the stat changes set up, so you'll be able to probably see them in use in
Ready to deliver.
future playthroughs.
Stand clear.
Probably the next Fall of the Republic playthrough, or the next Republic playthrough in particular.
Focus fire
It's
on
something Nolan has been doing like stat blocks on for different types for a while. Like I think he started a release or 2 ago, but it just getting them in hasn't been
We need you to take
as high priority.
orders.
Like finalizing them and putting them out.
And justice is being
Ready for
administered.
command. Main cannons charged.
Do not presume
There's
that I have
more
been
recusants coming in the front there.
We're all set here, Commander. Draw their
This isn't going to be great for our bombers, but I
Your orders?
think we can start sending some stuff after the recusants.
Clear the area of all enemies.
Republic Warlord Star is
Battle station.
taking some damage here. Ooh,
performed satisfactorily.
there is a recusant right in the middle of us. Yeah, I'm going to have to keep this one aiming forward. I don't think we are going to get it turned around in time to really make a difference on this battle back here.
Our
We have like
special
enough little stuff that's
bases
able to
are the
respond.
backbone of the galaxy's defenses.
Ready to deliver. Your orders? Stand clear. All lights are green.
our acquaintance here.
Sir, this is First Squadron. We're ready for command out here.
Right. You stay on that.
Delta here. Watch out for those asteroids.
Stay on that.
Generator.
Okay, that was the recusant. We just lost Republic Warlord Star as well. What was that last Providence?
Strive to remove all traces of treachery and rebellion from our galaxy.
Okay, you can start ripping apart that Venom for now.
Moving into attack position.
Standing by. We might be small, but we pack up
Our hull
punch.
is near critical. I'm in a tight spot.
There's the carrier.
For the Republic!
There's that one. Hey there, Fred.
Commander, they're hitting us. Shields on. Your orders?
The Republican is
Preparing assault.
going stellarly at the moment.
Clear. Main cannons charged. I can't hold it. I'm pulling out.
CIS is on their last legs.
Your actions have been adequately successful.
Lost a squad member.
I'm actually
Your
thinking
actions have been successful.
that oh fuck,
Requesting air support.
that'll waste my damage by doing powered engines in the middle of a fucking firefight. No, I'm thinking that this week there might be a choose your ships post going up for a New Republic campaign. I do want to do a New Republic campaign towards the beginning and end of this development cycle in Thrawn's Revenge.
Ready for command.
Your actions have been successful.
And like we're close to the end of this well, the Republic playthrough. If I put up the post now and we start in 3 or 4 weeks, probably 3 weeks, then we'll be relatively
Your orders? Squad mate.
deep into the Empire playthrough as well. So we have simultaneously a Republic and Empire campaign going on, then I think that'd be a fun summer. And just as importantly, I need to save up money for a house, and those would both be probably kind of popular. So
Ready for command. Where are we headed? Ready
might be small, but we pack a punch.
Your orders? We're being overwhelmed.
Gotta do what I gotta do.
All lights are green. Taking the offensive.
I just don't want to rent it anymore.
Our space stations and ground bases are the backbone of the galaxy's defenses.
House prices are insane, but it does seem to be going down a bit, so we're
You have
hoping
interfered
that
with the Empire for the last
Me a
time.
target.
within the next year, maybe,
We must turn back.
it'll be reasonable.
Looks
Oh
like they
no.
already found it. That's right. Sir, there's not much time. Your orders, General. Our reinforcements have been cut off.
No. Yeah.
Ready to deliver.
It made it through so much.
Your orders?
All right. Well, we can do this now.
No problem.
Ascendant Wolf.
Nothing we can't handle.
This is Paul.
Moving into positions on your command.
Oxy Potato Fair. Paul was my best friend's name in
This is the captain.
like kindergarten to grade 7, so
Missile tubes loaded.
this one goes out to him.
Cannons targeting. Got you on the comm. Battle stations.
Hadn't talked to him for years. Then it turned out that my aunt worked with his mom,
Let's
so
move this bucket. We're all set here, Ready to deliver.
Elton frigate reporting it.
Ready for takeoff.
like, oh,
Orders?
We have
here's his
received
number.
word
And I
from
tried to
some
text him. It
rebel
was
forces.
a very short,
No
awkward
need to
conversation.
worry. The planet answers to me.
Captain here. Locked on target. Watch your fire.
Like one of our other best friends from when we were that age, I lost contact with him around the same time, probably a little bit earlier, because I went to a different school for grades 6, 7, 8.
Does not look good.
And then after university, I ended up reconnecting with that one. He's still one of my best friends now. I was in his wedding a couple years ago.
Captain, long range. Locked on target. Nominal status. You got him. Ready to deliver. Take out that fighter. Got you on the comm.
But you never know.
Vectoring to the enemy. This is Bravo 4. Your orders? Captain here. Battle stations.
All right, that seems like a
Ready to deliver.
We have received
victory.
word from some
like,
rebel
okay.
forces.
This seems a lot like a victory, but like the whole battle, I think was a victory.
Destroy the technology. Missiles locked on. Your orders? Preparing assault salvo. Reading you. Locked on target.
Propaganda will not work as long as I am here.
I mean, aren't you big on propaganda?
They were looking for. It looks like they already found it.
It is taking a good amount of damage,
Repairs?
but it was also tanking the goal in for us. And a bunch of bombers are still going for it.
All lights are green. More enemy craft. Receiving. Got you on the comm. Nominal status. Ready for command. Ready to deliver. You've got a clear shot. Watch your fire. Reading you. Vectoring to the enemy. Your orders, General.
Alright. There we go.
This is the captain. Battle stations. Your orders?
Who's getting hit by the ion cannon now? This one?
Ready for command. We'll sabotage their vehicles. Stand clear. Got you
Luckily, they weren't really able to get to the ion cannon targets
Captain here.
as much in the battle.
Need to take them out. Nominal status. Objective acquired. It's about to blow. Destroy the Techno-Union ships. Battle
There we go. The battle is ours. Alright. So, I think on top of that being the end of the battle, that is going to do it for today's episode. We lost Republic Warlord Star, a Venator, an Architect, and an LAC. But we killed 73 Gozantis, 16 C99s, killed 2 Auxilias, killed a DH Omni, 7 Providences, 9 Recusants. Like, it was a pretty well-composed fleet for them, but it died. It died, and it's dead. So, we are going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. For those of you on Twitch, stick around. We got a couple more coming. For those of you on YouTube, have a good day.